Gladius Prime. Adeptus Mechanicus first. What hive world was not? Its cities, its satellites, its wastes, all created with Mars's wisdom. All answering only to the tech priests. That is, to you, Magos. It was little work to hide your research into the Tyranids here, deep beneath the ashen wastes. Disastrous though it was. But you have followed the Omnissiah's plans. And now is the time to finally execute on them.
Be angry for me, but you are similar like Italian court of Albania. Sorry, caught me surprise. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It's the season of gifts and sales and presents has just started. We're very happy about it because the lights are up and we start to have something at the horizon, which is, you know, going on holiday, taking a break and stuff like that. But before we get to that point, we have a lot of stuff to go through. Today, of course, is this week is the release week of Adeptus Mechanicus, so we're going to talk about that. But before we do that, thank you everyone for joining us today. I now know that I am a lookalike to an Italian football manager. I don't know the name, but I'll be looking up for it. I don't know anything about football, Satarello, so forgive me for that. But I'll look it up and see if it's true or not. Sorry, gobble. I know. I was just I was asking how much do I have, and I think Bruno tricked me by saying a longer time, and I didn't know that we were almost going live. An Italian who knows nothing about football. Yes, I'm atypical. So I like other sports, but football is not my piece of cake. But we have Francesco in the office, who's a big expert, and Alberto, who's an historical fan of Inter Milan. Francesco is for AC Milan, so we always have some kind of challenge and fight between the two of them. I hate this time. 50% of my wish list is currently on sale. I think 95% of my wish list is on sale, so I have to pick, and it's not easy at all. But luckily, I have so much stuff on my wish list that most of it I didn't remember. I put on a wish list like 4, 5, or 6 or 10 years ago. So anyway, Italians are good at cake too. Jet shards. As part of the Italian triumphs of 2021, we have an Italian man who won Bake Off UK. We are kind of everywhere. It's like this is this year. I'm looking forward to 2022 and we lose everything. Like every single competition, we don't win. There's another one, coaching Hungary and so on. So lots of stuff, lots of football chat in the chat today. But we have so much stuff to say. I'm gonna try and go through this, and as you have questions and so on, I'll try and answer them all. So Gladius, we have the release of Adeptus Mechanicus this week. We just released it on Tuesday. I think it was on Tuesday. It's on a 10% discount for another couple of days, I think. So make sure you take advantage of the discount. Gladius has been receiving quite a lot of DLCs over the last 4 years now. We keep supporting the game. We're not over yet. Adeptus Mechanicus was a faction that was really anticipated. So we really wanted to release it before the end of the year, but we have plans for next year as well. So it's not over yet. The game is alive and kicking, and a lot of players are actually playing the game these days. So we'll let you know as soon as we know about more. But in the meantime, go and grab Adeptus Mechanicus. As a curiosity, I have put together a little slide with information about just to challenge you on which is, according to you, the most loved faction of Gladius. Of course, the game already had the Orcs, the Space Marines, the Astra Militarum, and the Necrons on the base game. So that's not including these. But if you have an idea, let's look at what are the top 5 most loved factions in the game so far. Of course, at the last we have Adeptus Mechanicus because it's the last released one. But as we progress, you'll see an interesting progression there. So number 4, we have the Craft War, the Eldars, basically. Paolo is very happy. He would play with Eldars only, basically. The Tau is number 3. So number 2 is Chaos Space Marines. So of course, number 1, everyone by very large margin, the Tyranids is the most loved faction in Gladius. It's just not comparable to the others. Would you have guessed that? You know, these are the numbers. These are the sales numbers. So you can't challenge that. So this is not a Master of Magic stream. No, but we'll have updates on Master of Magic, Cryptonym. DLC factions only, yes, shards. No numbers for the actual factions that are, no sales numbers for the faction that are already in the game. Yes, it's very interesting. I mean, the sales numbers are, are massively bigger on Tyranids than on the compared to the second one. So there's literally thousands of copies in difference. So it's a lot of people. Right. So more. So Battlesector. You know that we have on the 2nd of December. We announced to you last week that we'll have the release of the game on PC Windows. And on Xbox, and now I can confirm that we'll also hit the release of PS4. So the PlayStation game is also going to be releasing alongside these two on the 2nd of December. It's also going to be present on Game Pass on Xbox and PC. And we'll also release, alongside these releases, we'll release 2 mini DLCs, including new elite units for the Tyranids and the Blood Angels. So it's a massive Battlesector day we'll have on the 2nd of December, and we look forward to that. It's going to be interesting because it's the first time we have so many things happening for a game at the same time. It's the developers are just incredibly stressed and working super hard to have everything done before the release. And it's a massive amount of work. You couldn't possibly imagine how much work there is to put these things together. So a massive praise to Black Lab Games for putting this together. In that regards, I want to let you know that we have put Battlesector as a candidate for the Steam Awards. So if you like the game, if you love the game, if you think it's worthy of the nomination for winning the award, just vote for it on the product page, on the Steam product page. It's important that you give your vote because I think the developers just deserve the award for the amount of work and passion they put in the game. So that that they have already won the best game at the Australian Games Awards, and we urge you to vote for Battlesector if it's a game that you think is worthy of the award. More. So as we were talking about Mom, as you know, has been announced that we announced that we got the IP now 2 years ago. we've officially announced the game was in development with some, actual screenshots and gameplay elements on the Home Wargamers Live event in May. The developers keep working on the game. It's not an easy process. What we're trying to do with the game, as we've said many times before, Cryptonym is very confused, so we'll try and address this confusion. We're trying to replicate the Master of Magic experience. Bruno is here today, Pixel. I don't know where he's never in here, but one day we'll show Bruno. One day we'll show Bruno, and but he's so cool and handsome that I don't know if you could stand this. But he's here. I can guarantee he's here. So Master Magic, we're trying to replicate the original experience, with just very slight changes. So making everything from scratch is not easy at all. The developers are working super hard, listening to a lot of the community feedback. Actually, the latest dev diary we published, which was published a couple of days ago, I think, is actually a Q&A with the community, with community asking questions and developers giving the relevant answers. One of the things that was specifically looked at in the dev diary is the modding features. I wanted to I just made a note here because I wanted to go through what is moddable. The modding features in the game are going to be massive. Mr. Minoli, on December 10th, will release Gary Grigsby One East on Steam. Will the game be sold at the same price as Slitherine per PS? Right now, it is on offer. I'll answer to that later, Christian. Just pause for a second. Master of Magic, so the modding stuff. Everything in the game will be moddable. So you'll have an event editor. You can mod yourself. Units, heroes, spells, skills. Everything is going to be super moddable in the game, and we want to make sure that once the game is out, it's with the players to create their own experiences. And I want to make sure this is what you play. A game that you like from the past, but also a game that has enhancement made by the community. It's a big first step for the new life of Master of Magic, which we are looking for a long and lasting life after this. We have a huge plan for the franchise and make sure that we follow up with that. But to do that, we need to have a solid release on the first one, and that's why we're taking long enough, not too long enough to actually achieve that goal. So on War in East, Christian, we released the game on Steam on the 9th of December. And the price will be the same as on our site, same dollar price as always. So we don't have any difference between our site and Steam usually. Yeah, Charles trying to shed some light on Cryptonym doubt, so I hope this is now done. Hopefully it's like Diablo 2 Remake, one can switch between all the new mode. No, that's not going to be possible, but Cryptonym, we have the original one on, still out there on sale, and it's, very, very cheap. So you can still have it. And, we just released an update for Windows, so it's probably, safe to keep the two things separate. That's at least our goal, that, the new one is the start of something. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's like Diablo in a sense that, a remake of Diablo is almost like an HD version of it. It's really restarting the franchise from a point of view of, recreating the original game with modern technology. But every single asset is being redone, every single tile, everything is being redone. So it's not like we are sort of upgrading an existing thing. Right, so more. I wanted to update you quickly on the Field of Glory 2 World Team Championship. In the meantime, you're asking a lot of questions, so try and browse through them. Is it possible to have code for the GOG store? For what, Cornac? I can't. I think I've lost something here. Probably rephrase it. Hey yo, any chance for Gladius to be added to Game Pass? No plans for that at all. Renegan is soap. And are there any similarities between Mom and Warlock series? Well, it's kind of different worlds altogether. So, right. So on Fog, Field of Glory 2, you know that we have the World Team Championship going. This is still going strong. We had the first KO phase through. I think it was round of 16, if I'm not mistaken. So, do we have a list of what who won and who didn't? Right. So the round of 16 recap is we have Team Russia going through, beating Team New Zealand 4-0. Armchair Heroes going through with 3 victories and a draw. So this was kind of an easy part of the board. We have Europe 2. This one against World Condottieri won. Europe 2 won. They won 3-1. And I'm not going to tell you who is the only one who lost a match. I won't tell you. You can guess in the chat. If you guess who is the only one who lost, you win a massive award. No, I'm joking. And then the Chinese team Kin won against. You can't win a massive award, Shards and Mordante. I think you follow this, so Shards is the first one who got it, but he's his team, so he can't win anything, luckily. Paolo, what a laugh. So the Chinese won against the Polish team. So this is the left-hand side of the board. Armchair Heroes are going to face Team Russia. It's going to be an interesting one. And Europe 2 against the Chinese team at Kin. That's also going to be interesting, although I think I know what's going to happen there. The Pershing veterans on the right-hand side, the Pershing veterans were defeated by Hell on Wheels. Inglorious Brits won against Serbia. Furor Gallico French team met the Australians, and Cry Havoc won. This was an interesting one. Basically, Cry Havoc and First Continental Legion got a perfect draw. Basically, the British prevailed, just 2% less casualties in 4 battles. It's just almost like, you know, they should have both deserved to go through. But of course, the rules of the numbers are that Cry Havoc are now through. So this is the current board for the quarterfinals. We'll let you know how this goes. Good luck to the winners, and we'll see you next, I think, in a couple of weeks for updates. More on tournaments. Can we get the tournaments page up? Right, so on tournaments, we have 3, I think. 3 ongoing tournaments. One is Strategic Command, just started. No, there's a Panzer. Well, there's a big Panzer Corps. There's a big Panzer Corps one. There's a World War II, Order of Battle World War II tournament going on, and going through the final round now. And the Field of Glory 2 medieval game just approaching the end, basically. The 5th and final round is going to happen on December 8th. We also have a new, we just set up like 15 minutes ago, a new tournament for Valor and Victory, starting on December 2nd. Now, on Valor and Victory, of course, if you, I think it's a great opportunity to go and buy the game and get be part of the tournament, because it's just a great game, and you really want to try that out. Valor and Victory will also be part massive part of our December 14th event. So that's also, you know, one of the most it's going to be a game that will, you know, we cherish and cover a lot during that event. And of course, you've got the ongoing tournament for Panzercore, which is now a classic because it's been, I think it's going to go for another I think so, yeah, we have 9 rounds left, so that's quite a lot. Okay, so in terms of trying to see, Italian teams are already gone. Yes, Cornac, all the Italian teams are gone on the Field of Glory tournament. Unfortunately, that's the. We have one Italian guy participating in the European team. Gustel 13, have I missed something important so far? We've said a lot, but I guess, you know, you can always go back on YouTube and watch the on-demand version, or here on Twitch. I've seen that the on-demand version of the Tea Time gets quite a lot of views recently, so it's an interesting way of getting, you know, keeping up to date. All the Italian 2021 magic has been used up. Wait. We have an Italian guy in the European team. Maybe they are going to win the whole thing. Who knows? Right, so another couple of things I want to say on updates about games. Distant Worlds 2 is, we have 2 articles up. Basically, what's happening is every Friday, Eric Routines, the producer, director, boss of you know of the game, is hosting a private demonstration for behind closed doors media, or or for internal use as well. So he's really explaining specific features of the game. So last week we had some guests from PC Game Zen and Game Watcher. And the articles about this demo are up on their site. So if you want to go out and check more news about Distant Worlds 2, check on PC Game Zen and Game Watcher. There's quite a lot of interesting insights about the game there. More winter sale, right? So on the winter sale, we started the winter sale yesterday. You probably noticed on the Slitherine and Matrix site. The winter sale is going to run until the 9th of January. So you've got quite a lot of time to buy your war games. Of course, the first few days of the winter sale are always the most important ones, in terms of sales and such, because it's the first days are always super big. But it's going to last until the 9th of January. What we have done this year, we've picked a franchise, so we're going to try and push specific franchises every week. It's not that these are going to be out of sale after the end of this specific week, but we'll use this opportunity to introduce some specific discounts there. So this week's franchise is Panzercore franchise. So if you will go there, there's the Panzercore 2 franchise up to 40% discount. And also on top of it, you have the discount for Adeptus Mechanicus, which is still 10% launch discount. Everything else is discounted. We have massive discounts for a lot of the games, and we'll make sure that we iterate the communication about these discounts as we approach Christmas, New Year's Eve, and if you want to be up to date on that, subscribe to the newsletter. You get a weekly update on what's happening on Slitherine. Sorry, bi-weekly actually. Bi-weekly on Slitherine, bi-weekly on Matrix, and what's happening. What's discounted. Lots of information about what is cool on the site. Right. So just a reminder that on the 14th of December we have the event. The event is, thank you, Bruno. I didn't expect you to have this ready so fast. The December 14th event is a Home of Gamers Live Winter Edition. If you've been attending the May one, that's very similar in format. We just didn't, we're just not going to cover all the corporate stuff. It's all going to be about the games. We have massive announcements to go out. We have Paolo and the influencers team are working super hard to get a wide amount of coverage, to have a lot of influencers host the event and comment it live, because it's going to be really massive. I have to say that the number of I was saying yesterday, it's great that the development partners, and us working really alongside each other, working together to get all the materials ready. The collaboration is great. We're trying to put together a great event, and I hope that despite all the fourth wave and all that kind of stuff, we'll still be able to make it with live guests. So have Ian and the producers team over for actual in real life interviews, have developers come over to discuss about the games and such, and make sure that we make this a great event for the community. Everything we do, all this stuff, we do it for coverage, we do it for the media and so on, but what we keep saying in all our meetings is we have to do it for the community. So it's an event that's made for you to know about what's happening with the development of all the games. And when we try to put together these things, we try to allocate the time for all the games. And some games won't even have time to be covered. So you'll see it's almost like being updated on everything we have in a massive way. So get on board, follow us, make sure that you mark it on your diaries. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and I hope that you'll be proud of us. What am I dodging, Ordante? Mueller 72, dealing with some game communities is miserable. I have to say that our community is great. I love Med DLC. Okay, I'm coming to that in a moment. Our community is great. I mean, one of the reasons why most of the publishers are now, stopping doing all these pre-recorded events, where they actually don't even show up. They pre-record their trailers, their interim messages and so on. It's got a 1 hour block of boom, 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 trailers, and message from the CEO and all that kind of stuff. But everything is almost like offline, right? It's very detached from. What we like to do is that everything we do is live, and we actually chat with the community, because that's what makes us different, and we want to keep that. I love you, Marco. Merci. So DLCs for Fog to Medieval, Mordante. If you really have finished everything for Fog to Medieval, and you demonstrate it by showing us the number of hours on the chat now, you can use your Steam stats, number of hours played on Filigree 2 Medieval. We'll accept everything over 150 hours played on Fog 2 Medieval. If it's more than that, we'll tell you that a new DLC is coming. But you only have 2 minutes left. Can I have the list of the streams, Bruno, please? $5 million hours, all achievements. Show it to us. I want a screenshot of that. After this, we have XTRG playing War in East 2 at 4:30. Edmond is playing Decisive Campaigns Ardennes Offensive at 6:30. By the way, thank you for purchasing Ardennes Offensive and making it the best-selling DC game ever created. Your Steam is down, Mordante. I think I'm going to quote you on that for a long time. So thank you for purchasing Decisive Campaigns. This is the best-selling Decisive Campaign game we've ever launched by far. So thank you for making war games great and selling, and we keeping them a viable option for a lot of developers, and that's really cool from you guys. So thanks for the support. It's great that the hobby gets the support. At 8 o'clock, we have Exabu playing Battlesector. I'm gonna have some tea, Captain Darwin. And sorry, grumpy old gamer, I didn't see that earlier on. Tomorrow we have Cold War with Das Tactic, Combat Mission Cold War with Das Tactic at 6. And at 8 p.m. we have XTRG playing War in East 2. On Saturday, we have Richard York. Ooh, where's Kushan? We have Richard York playing Battlesector at 6 p.m. and Sergeant Z-Dog playing Command at 8 p.m. Is this? Oh, this is interesting. So tune in on Saturday at 6 p.m. We have Battlesector played by Richard York. Really cool. And at 8 p.m. we have at Sergeant Z-Dog playing Command. Kushan is on holiday. Thank you, Edmund. Ah, right, Thanksgiving holiday, of course. Right, guys, so I think I'm done. Next week, we have it on, I think, what is it? Is the 1st of December on Thursday, is it? And then, the 2nd of December on Thursday. Then we have the 9th, so another 2 tea times before we go for a break, of course, after the event. And we'll get back to tea time after this on the 10, 11, 12, 13th of January to celebrate 1 year of tea time after this. So 2 tea times left. A lot of stuff happening, of course, in the meantime. Next week is, of course, Battlesector. On the 9th of December, we have War in the East. Great show. Forza Juventus. Yes, maybe. Who knows? Operation Turkey Gravy Stuffing is going, and I hope you have a good time with that, Edmond. I'm going to eat some pasta tonight, just because we don't have any turkey at Thanksgiving here. So thanks for following us, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Happy Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Buy games, play games, have fun, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.